Welcome back to the channel, guys. Time for another anime first impression video. Welcome once again, guys. Usually the Netflix series don't make it right on time, but this one actually did make it right on time for the spring 2024 anime first impressions. I will be ending these this weekend, probably be the last time that I'll post anything for it. I've done a lot. I feel like I haven't done all, but I've done a lot. So hopefully I'll still catch up on some this weekend, but we'll just have to see. Before anything, guys, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you do subscribe to my channel. I will be doing a live video with Arceus. We've been talking about it in the past few weeks. I think it's going to be Tuesday. Not completely sure. I'm going to finalize something hopefully today, and that way we can start promoting it, and hopefully you guys can join us on that live video. If you want to hear more about this season, which hearing it from me and his perspective is it's nice. We have two different perspectives of anime, even though we do end up liking similar stuff, but different perspectives are always good, right? So go check it out. I do appreciate all the love and support that you guys show this channel. Please give some more support by watching the rest of my first impressions, which, like I said, I did release quite a bit of them. I wish I had released more this season, but it is what it is. Each season is just different depending how my work is and all that. So, oh well. Okay, so this is going to be one that's releasing again on Netflix, and I believe they released all 6 episodes already. So you can watch all 6 episodes. Average running time for each episode is about 40 minutes, just FYI. They're not your typical 20-minute episodes, which I thought they were. I was trying to finish the first episode earlier today, and I realized, oh, I'm actually going to have to finish it later because it's a lot longer. It's going to be the Grimm variations. It's actually a decent anime. I will go over a little bit about the first episode, but I will say from the beginning, the first episode does not justify the rest of the episodes. They're all going to be different in their own ways. Let me just talk about the first episode real fast, though. First episode is about Cinderella, and there is a basically, there's 2 different things. One, it's set in Japan, so there's different little customs that are not the same as in England, but secondly, it's a variation of the Cinderella story. Cinderella is actually the villain in the story, and she quickly finds out that her stepsisters don't like her. They think that she is too nice and a pushover, so she goes out of her way and makes it where the servants start hating and even their own mother start hating the stepsisters for being too much from the country, being too vulgar, being numerous things. Cinderella also ends up killing her stepmother in this variation of the Grimm work, and she ends up with the prince. It's all basically her manipulating the situation left and right. It's very, very interesting. In fact, I didn't catch on to the whole she's the villain until towards the end or towards the middle. And even then, I was still hoping that she was just kind of playing games as a little girl, or maybe just not really understanding what she was doing. But no, she literally was doing that, and she was conversating a lot with this doll, and the doll moved itself. I don't really understand the whole doll premises, to be honest, because we could have done without the doll character, and the story would have been the same. But yeah, it is what it is. So I'm not gonna go into detail because, like I said, this first episode has nothing to do with the rest of the episodes. Now, there is going to be 6 episodes. The first one is Cinderella. Then the second one's going to be Little Red Riding Hood. Third one is Hansel and Gretel, which probably the most excited for that one because that one has different variations and wondering what direction they're going to go with this one. The 4th episode is The Elves and the Shoemaker. Not a very popular story, but it's there. The Town Musicians of Bremen, episode 5. Gonna be completely honest, not know what that is. And then episode 6, Pied Piper of Himmelen. So 6 episodes. I don't know one of them. But all of them are going to be different variations. Now, the way they explain it in this first episode is that the Grimm brothers, Jacob and Wilhelm, they collected these fairy tales, right? Well, in real life, I think this is real life. In real life, they had a younger sister who was Charlotte. I believe that's true. Now, we are essentially looking at the fairy tales in the perspective of what Charlotte would have written. She asked innocent questions of, what if happily ever after didn't really exist, right? What if it was actually, more realistic? So Charlotte is we're seeing the Grimm variations of her version of what she thinks it would be if there is no really happily ever after, right? Or if the happily ever after in this case, like Cinderella, was forced upon herself and really she ruined the lives of multiple people. So yeah, that in a nutshell is what this series is going to be about. They're just going to come and twist even more, because if all you know of the Grimm stories, like Cinderella and all that, is the Disney version, you don't know how dark the actual Grimm stories are. So I will recommend you to maybe watch the video or go and read the actual Grimm stories, because they're darker than what we actually see in Disney, and it's not so much that they they just couldn't put that in a Disney movie. It's a kid's movie, right? So they definitely did more with the happily ever after ending. So these are twisted as well, a little bit more to the horrendous side. I mean, I would say the Cinderella story is probably the worst one that I've seen, other than the sisters not being tortured like we see in the actual Grimm story. Yeah. It was more mind games, manipulation involved. So I do like this series. I'm probably going to watch and binge watch it this weekend. So it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. I will see you next time. And like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.